Hello guys, my name is Troublemaker, and we're climbing the ladder. Today it's PBT, playing in Seeker. He is a Masters level player. I am still in Platinum. I'm feeling that I'll be moving up very soon, just because the fact that my opponents are all starting to be Masters players. So today's lesson will be scouting tips. So we're going to fast forward ahead, and he is very much full-on favored against me, and he probably thought he could just push me over with a push. So, this is what a standard Protoss base should look like when you get here. The gas should be around 50-ish taken. By the time this cyber core is built, you should have 100 gas, so this looks about right. You should have 2 pylons. Most of them like to do it like this, so we have a double pylon immediately on this building. Gateway, cyber core, exactly this timing. And looking at my base, I have a barracks. We're going to go for a fast expand. So basically, when you're almost in your orbital, or close when you start your orbital, it should be the time when you get to this cyber core. So continuing on, this is basically telling me that he's not doing a cannon rush. He's not going to try and proxy me. He's not going to 2-gate. He's not going to 3-gate. Nothing like that. He's just doing a good old standard build. And unfortunately, I don't get to see the juicy bit here is they drop to the second gate. Going to show my camera. There's the second gate. When a Protoss builds a second gate, it means his stalkers can be quite delayed, and that means you can delay your bunker a little bit. And it also means that he wants to be quite aggressive. There are 2-gate expansions, but not many. Seeing this gas would have been quite valuable. It would have told me what he's in fact doing. But he's going for a very heavy build. He's getting the Robo down. Robo is for detection. It's for scouting. And, yeah. So far, so good. I'm going to do my double gas. We're going to do a little bit of 4 tank pressure. Right? So the idea of my builds is to do a 12-minute timing. So we have a probe here, scouting for this location. Pretty good. His vision map is still much better than mine. He's got, he'll see every single push that comes out. So he is safe. Not getting sentries. This guy is not afraid of 3 racks pressure at all, because from what he saw from me, there's no real threat of that. Because I'm expanding, it means he can build stalkers. So you got gateway, robo. And, this is a pretty heavy pressure build. It's something that Huck used to do early on, and it was very popular, and then it stopped being popular. It's called the 2-gate robo pressure. And the idea here is that you can put intense amounts of pressure on your opponent, and eventually you'll have money for an expansion. Well, this doesn't stay as pressure so long. So the key here is that I'm sending my SCV out around this timing. This is a good time. This is basically like your warp tech timing. And so we go into a very unusual pathing here. I'm just going blah, so that he can't see my SCV. Because most Protoss like to have their units sitting out on the map somewhere, and so that usually gives you a pretty decent free reign on looking at his base. I did see the pylon, which means he probably wants to pressure. And the second I look here and I see no base at all, I will know for a fact that he's doing heavy pressure. I put up the second bunker, just in case this is a 4-gate or a 6-gate. Okay, I see the Immortal. I see no base. Now I get the free peek at his base. It's in fact a 3-gate robo. This is one of the more brutal builds to play against, because Immortals do mass bonus damage against buildings. They do 2.5 times damage, so it's 50 against bunkers, and bunkers have 40, so like 8 shots compared to, say, stalkers, who do how much, like 14? So they do about 5 times as much damage as a stalker to these buildings. Got the tank on the high ground position. He has an overseer here. Or an observer, not an overseer. Get down the engineering bay. And we're going to put up some turrets. We don't want him picking up any high ground units. So I get down a 3rd bunker, because I in fact know this is a 1 base all in. And we're going to put some units in there. Putting up a missile turret right here as well. Don't want to give him any high ground advantages. This is just a pretty solid defense. So here comes Immortals leading the way. Immortals are not quite good against Marines. Stim research hasn't finished just yet. Pulling SCVs off the line to repair the bunker. Immortals do insanely amounts of damage though. He's doing the force field trick. That's quite good. We got the back bunker here as well. Just lots of bunkers. And, a lot of his army's going to die. pulling off these SCVs because now he has stalkers, which are highly mobile. I don't really have enough units to engage these 3 stalkers, so he's going to pick off all my mules, which is sad. And, I got some units here. Pulling off. Stim has, in fact, finished, so I'll have a pretty distinct advantage in matchups. He's picking off some supply depots, doing some damage. He's just trying to harass me, to kind of keep me in my base, because he's expanding. Units lost. Not so good for him. He lost about, 2.5 times what I did, all because I was able to do this specific timing and figure that out. All using, evidence. What's evidence that's not obvious? I don't know. I built the 3rd bunker as soon as I saw this. The 2nd bunker came as soon as I saw this. And those are kind of warning signs. So you pile on here for some trickster play. I should have a turret around this area, but oh well. That's not going to come into play. Now, this push is designed for 12 to 18 minutes. 3rd tank is on the way. Got racks. I'm going to have a lot of money coming because I'm basically able to support all these buildings on 1 base, and I'm on 2 base with lots of saturation. So I need to build a lot more unit producing buildings than I do. I do, in fact, do that. He's triple expanding. Not scouted. He's triple expanding because he doesn't feel like he has a chance otherwise. He felt that his attack was so far behind that he has to take this risk, which is mostly true. So we move out these tanks into position, just a nice little fire range here. These guys can strike the high ground. If I want to elevate our units up here, I can. That'll be quite safe. And he's going to have to make some decisions. Do I try and snipe some tanks up here with the Marauder covering? It turns out all these tanks are quite in range and everything dies. No fancy micro, no nothing. This is just a build that kills. Look at the time, it's between 12 and 18 minutes. The push came in around 12 minutes. The game ended at 14. This guy got actually really greedy. He was going for, this kind of weird stuff he's going for. He was going for Thermal Lance before the Colossus. He doesn't even get the Colossus out. He's going for double ups. Now, this is actually an insanely greedy play with a 3rd expansion. That's crazy. Of course, I was getting my 3rd expansion, so that's probably why he's getting his 3rd expansion. Maybe. But yeah, so +1 attack, that's pretty good. Pretty short match, as per, definitely different than usual. But, once I get my 4 tanks, I lift it off the factory, replace it with a barracks, and I can pump out Marauders if I want. At this point, I did not want Marauders. That's pretty good. I like this match. It's a pretty cut-clear match. Here's an example of a Masters League player who thought he could just crush me with a little bit of 3-gate robo pressure, and it failed. So yeah, I'm running out of things to say. So I think I'll shut up and leave it at that.